I'm glad we had this talk.
Okay, so I wanted to get a session of Scarlet Hollow out of the way for the people that are watching over on YouTube. So I figured we'd do kind of an early session today. And so here we are. I've actually been kind of looking forward to getting the next session of this, or the next episode, whatever, of this out of the way, mainly because I'm actually enjoying the game. So let's get started on this. I don't know how many people are going to join this session. This game isn't really getting all that much attention on Twitch. However, it is one of my better performing series on YouTube. So, you know, different ecosystems, I guess. I don't know. Anyway, point being, yeah, I don't know either. But yeah, so I wanted to get this done. Also, hi Danielle. I didn't actually realize you were in here. I was just doing the opening sort of, you know, greeting to everybody. But yeah, so that's kind of the... okay. But yeah, that's the reasoning behind wanting to continue on this game. I mean, not the reasoning behind it, but I don't want to just leave the... I don't want to just leave the series completely unfinished as well. I'm interested in the story and all of that too, but we've come so far. We've killed so many dogs. Apparently it's becoming a thing for me now in Mafia. So Mafia made me kill a dog too. It's becoming a trend. An awful, awful trend. Yeah, currently I'm beating my head against a wall trying to finish a mission that is awful. It actually had like 7 people in it for like the majority of the stream, so I'm really enjoying the series as well. Yeah. So let's just do a recap of episode 2 real quick, because it's been like a week since I played. There. Okay. From now on, you're back at the estate by bedtime. No more impromptu sleepovers. I was like, yeah, about that. Okay, bye. Oh, wait, no, it's not right click. Wait, this was episode... Oh, wait, this was episode 2, wasn't it? Episode 1 was when we when we found the ditchlings, and episode 2 was when we were investigating them. Got it. I think you'll like the mix today. It's chaga and lemon balm. Should help ease your stress and tension. And if you feel like talking, I'll be all ears. And I see you're a private person. I can respect that. You never know how someone might respond to hearing the truth of what you encountered last night. See, the thing is like, I don't really, like, I just... Gretchen. Gretchen is my motivation in this game now. We must avenge Gretchen. I don't want to be a helicopter dad. She hasn't been answering my texts. Want to make sure she isn't getting into trouble out there. Good. Yes. She is, though, however. This woman is 100% poisoning her child. So, you know, Munchausen syndrome and all of that. Wayne over here, he's dead. You know, you wouldn't have had to wonder if you hadn't missed it. I can't believe you make me give you personalized invitations to the stream. You don't turn on the notifications on stream, on Twitch, and then you also don't join the Discord where I send the notifications all the time. You're a brat. Okay, Maxwell Place doesn't cut it out as a hangout. The Shaw Mine collapsed, killed hundreds of people. Dad is a foreman, and whatever. It was only abandoned because it was empty. No, not actually dangerous. I mean, they're wrong. So we went down there, ended up finding that thing. We got like the whole vision and whatnot. Then, wait, she wasn't down here. What? Game, she didn't show up until after the collapse. No. In my playthrough, she wasn't here. No. In my playthrough, she wasn't down here. Because we had left. when she, yeah. The game's lying to me. So Rosalina got stuck. Tabitha did say stuff, but she didn't, apparently. As far as a recap goes, this is awful at following my playthrough. Barely noticed the dust. Then we have the text. Trapped by powers beyond her control, terrified of what her now uncertain future would hold. Alright, here we go. We're back. Sunshine filters in through the dusty windows of the estate as the dull aches of last night's activities throb in and out of focus. You manage to survive a second night in the town of Scarlet Hollow. As you pull yourself out of bed, you can feel the soot and grime of the Shaw mines still stuck to your skin. I could go out dirty. Nah, we'll take a shower. We'll get, oh my god, how clean are we gonna get in this place? Step into the guest bathroom and into the shower. The water is hot and, surprisingly enough, clean. As steam fills your lungs and soot washes down the drain, I'm gonna think about Gretchen. Gretchen's the only thing that's driving me here. Poor Gretchen. I'm done here. Yeah. Time to start your day. We'll message the group chat with Stella and Nika. I get to meet Reese today! No, send a photo of a pained old man? What? Where did I get a photo of a pained old man? What's the game plan? It'll probably be a bit before you get a response. I could just blow up their phones. Just keep messaging them. Let's look out the window. You can only imagine how beautiful the garden must have been in its heyday. A different you might have been taken away by this view, drifting into fantasies about how you might have tidied it up and enjoyed tea by the fountain. But a lot has happened since you first arrived in town. I mean, it wouldn't have been me either. So, like, that's not a thing I would have done. Turn back. All right, and let's go snooping. Check the closet. How long were you going to have slept in this room without realizing you shared the space with that doll? Yeah. Hopefully it doesn't get up and move while you're not around. It's not going to be there if I check again, is it? Pick it up or hell no. Hell no. Some things are best left untouched. You close the closet behind you. I have already texted both of them, so done everything you wanted to up here. It's time to start your day. Who are you? You enter the kitchen to find your cousin in the midst of devouring a pint of banana chocolate chunk. She isn't alone. Oh, her ice cream. Yeah, she's not alone. There's the cat. There's Frofro. Or Frofro. Glares at you from her usual spot on the counter as a red-headed woman busies herself trying to tidy as best as she can. Looks smart. You have to imagine the fresh face in the kitchen is Janie. Tabitha did mention she comes on Wednesdays to clean. So I take it it's a Wednesday. Vile woman, destroying the natural order of my kitchen. Tabitha's gaze swivels from the woman to you, her glare intensifying. So Frau likes the kitchen to be messy and disorder. I see. Too much change. I got it. Bonjour, Fafao. Ugh, bonjour, sacre bleu. Do not think you can just bonjour me because I slept at the foot of your bed last night. I still despise you. 3 humans at once. This is abhorrent. Your stink will linger here for hours. How am I to bear it? I see. Talking to my cat again. You sure you didn't get hit on the head last night? You don't say good morning to your pets? I always make sure to talk to my farm cats and alpaca like they're people. But they are people! None of them know! They live rich and interesting lives! To me, they kind of are. Hi, you must be Janie. Tabitha mentioned you'd be coming in today. That's right. I'm just here to do a little bit of cleaning. What cleaning Miss Tabitha will let me do, at least. I could have this place looking brand new, you know. Don't go making any big renovations or moving anything around. I like knowing where my stuff is. Okie dokie. Sure is nice to finally meet you, Dodger. I mean, I guess I did meet you on Monday when you popped into the diner. Janie. But seeing someone somewhere and meeting them face to face are two different oh my god, are two completely different things, I suppose. Thanks. All I'm trying to say is that it's wonderful to finally actually meet you, and I'm so happy part of the family here. Part of the family is here to keep Miss Tabitha. Oh my god, what is how do you speak, woman? All I'm trying to say is that it's wonderful to finally actually meet you, and I'm so happy part of the family is here to keep Miss Tabitha with everything that's... Oh my god. That run-on sentence, though. Janie. Oh, I'm sorry, Miss Tabitha. Am I being too much again? Yeah, kind of. My god. Tabitha grumbles in acknowledgement. Oh, are we having ice cream for breakfast? I'll have no sass from you today. They apparently had to take that little girl's foot last night. Oh, what? Yo, Rosalina lost her foot? That seems a bit extreme. I suppose if the damage were that bad, but... So I'm under a lot of stress right now, in case you hadn't put that together. Yo, Rosalina lost her foot. And there's no we here. This stuff is way too hard to get a hold of for me to share. Tabitha takes one last spoonful of ice cream, then discards the empty container, turning to you with her trademark scowl. Let's get going. I've got an errand to run in town, and every time I've left you here alone, something terrible's wound up happening. So you're coming with me. Let's get... nope. Okay. Hold on. You can't just tell me Rosalina's lost her foot and move on from that like nothing happened. Just because something terrible happened to someone, it doesn't mean that life doesn't go on. Life has to go on. And let me assure you that what happened to that poor girl weighs heavily on my mind. Oh, by the way, Danielle, since you're not a part of the Discord, you missed quite an event the other night. Speaking of medical emergencies. Sure. I sent you something in Discord, though. Now, shall we go, or would you rather keep bombarding me with guilt for something I had nothing to do with? I don't need a babysitter. Yes, you do. You and Stella both do, honestly. Janie, lock up when you leave, please, and don't go rearranging anything. I'll know. As you ready to leave, Janie approaches from the far side of the kitchen. Tabitha remains between the two of you, impatiently tapping her foot. Oh, Dodger, before you go, I heard about what happened last night. I mean, I heard about it before Miss Tabitha mentioned it just now, and then I heard it again. I just wanted to say that I'm so sorry you got caught up in that. I'll be praying for Oscar and poor little Rosalina. They're such sweethearts. Couldn't have happened to nicer people. You should get out of town. Thanks. Last night was a lot. If you ever need to talk to anyone, my husband is a local pastor. He's a gentleman and always willing to lend an ear. He's actually been going a little stir crazy ever since we moved here, what with nobody really attending sermons. It'd probably do him a lot of good to talk you through your worries. Not really religious. That's alright. My Daniel likes to talk with all sorts of people. He just wants to extend support to anyone who needs it. Feel free to stop by the church anytime. The door is always open. Hail Satan! Have you seen any weird creatures around town? You know, now that you mention it, I've been hearing some folks talk about weird creatures, but I haven't seen any myself, no. Unless you count whatever massive rats have taken up residence in the church. Oh, boy. Okay. My little tulip keeps pretending they're her little fairy friends or something, taking nibbles out of our trash, but my husband's put out some traps, so hopefully that will be dealt with soon enough. I'm going to stop the two of you right there. Dodger, I'm busy, and not in the mood to stand around waiting while you play Nancy Drew with my cleaning lady right in front of me. We're leaving. Bye, Janie. You know, you could have left without me. You are the one who is insisting that you keep an eye on me constantly. Alrighty then. Be safe out there, you two. Tabitha practically drags you from the estate, one hand clasped firmly around your arm. She continues to drag you all the way into her car, and from there into town. The ride to town is uneventful. Your cousin, unsurprisingly, more focused on the road than on making conversation. Alright, we're just popping into the general store for a few minutes. What are we doing at the general store? Picking up tea from Sybil. You drink tea? Yeah, whatever. I do a lot of stuff you don't know about. After everything that's happened the past 2 days, it's nice to just go on an errand. Exactly. You and Tabitha turn as the door to the general store bursts open. A flustered Kanika exits, shouting behind her. Fine. Okay. Keep coddling him. Keep letting him get away with stuff you never would have let me so much as think about. I'm sick of carrying this family. Ooh, Kanika. Getting spicy here. Kanika storms off, the door slowly drifting shut behind her. Ugh. Other people and their drama. If more people kept to themselves, they'd be a lot happier. That's very Hemingway of you. It worked out great for all his characters, too, and for him. Books are for children. I read expense reports now. We're burning daylight. Come on. The bells of the general store chime as you cross the threshold. The smells of old wood and steamy herbal tea flood your senses, making you feel instantly at home. Good morning, you two. Hope you're doing well after last night's activities. Morning. Is the new blend ready? Of course. Dodger, if you'd like to keep Miles company, Tabitha and I will just be a minute. I'm afraid of Miles. What if he makes fun of me for being old? Is Kanika okay? Of course, she just needs time to cool down. Emotions are a little high considering everything that happened yesterday. She'll settle down soon enough. I'm just glad both of my little ones made it out okay. I mean, yeah, but what about Rosalina? Sybil motions to Tabitha to follow, and they both disappear into the tea room, closing the door behind them with a tinkling of bells. I guess we'll chat with Miles. So, Miles, before you can finish your thought, you're halted by the tinkling of bells announcing another patron. Oh, it's these guys. That's Earl, right? Who's the mountain? Or in this case, another two patrons. Oh, Duke. Duke's the guy we met in the woods, not Earl. I don't know why I thought his name was Earl. I mean, he looks like an Earl, but... Well, if it ain't Dodger. Bo, this is Miss Scarlet's cousin. He was there with Stella that night in the woods. It's a pleasure to meet you, sir. My name's Bo. I'm Duke's boy. I hope you've been faring better since all that unpleasantness. Things have gotten worse. I did hear whispers about what happened up in the mines last night. So sorry to hear about poor little Rosalina. Scarlet Hollows ain't so safe this week, it would seem. How you been? Hanging in there? Oh, I can't complain. I miss old Birdie, but there's nothing I can do for her now except protect the rest of my brood. Them things... Right, Birdie's the chicken. Right. Them things won't so much as step foot on my property. Not with Bo and me watching the perimeter with our shotguns at the ready. We even set up the misses with their pistol. Good thing we was watching nearly caught Julius trying to make off with Big Betty. As if he could have carried off a nearly 2,000-pound pumpkin on his own. I'd almost love to see him try. It's not like we'll be taking her to the state fair anyway. Now all she's good for is making the world's largest pumpkin pie. I don't think Mama has a tin big enough for Big Betty-sized pie, Daddy. Okay, who's Julius? Julius Tremaine. He practically spits the name. Some cousin however many times removed. I don't claim him as kin. He owns the farm next to ours, except he doesn't seem to have a good grasp on whose property is whose. Thinks he owns half our land. Always sneaking around and taking vegetables we planted. Of course, the way he tells it, we're the ones stealing from him. Saying he's the one putting seeds in the ground. He's a miserable old cuss, and he knows it too. Stealing vegetables born of other folks' hard labor is probably the only joy he has in life. Oh yeah, that's right, I did, didn't I? I read about your family's feud in the library. Did you now? Weird bit of local history for someone to decide to write down. It ain't even interesting. Have you seen any of those creatures around your farm? Yeah, we saw a few of those things. They got scared off before I could start shooting. Nasty little buggers. We've all been losing sleep making sure we can keep an eye on things. It's even rubbing off on the hens. None of the little ladies have been laying this week. You know, Daddy, I bet some big mastiff could keep them things away. Seems like just the kind of job for a guard dog. Now don't you start again. We ain't getting a dog. I got enough mouths to feed, and as much as you say you'll take responsibility, I know it'd be me cleaning up after it. I mean, like... Besides, I don't have much faith in those things would be stopped by a dog. I saw more than a few in that nest. Those things we saw on Monday are called ditchlings. They're supposed to be a bad omen. Ditchlings. Sounds like some old folktale. I mean, it is. Suppose that suits him. As for being an omen, I believe that too. But I suppose there's not much to be done if they're forewarning some kind of disaster, besides looking out for me and mine. Still, I appreciate you telling me, Dodger. So, Big Betty is a pumpkin? Sure is. Probably would have taken home at least a few ribbons at the state fair this year, maybe even a world record if we were lucky. Oh, well, my hens are more important. We'll just have to grow an even bigger one next year, Daddy. The land's been good to us. We sure grown big out in the Callaway farm. It's nice seeing you, Duke. It's a pleasure running into you, Dodger. But we'd best get on with our shopping. Can't spend too long away from the farm, what with those little devils running around. Can't leave Mama all by herself up there for very long. You have a good one. Hope Scarlet Hollow treats you better from now on. It was nice meeting you, Dodger. And please tell Miss Scarlet I'm sorry about her mama. Scarlet's good. Yeah. They shuffle into the aisles. Tabitha and Sybil are still in the tea room. Your phone buzzes. Oh my god, hey, I overslept. Still gotta make myself breakfast. If y'all want, you can swing by. Otherwise, meet at the library and figure out a plan. I think I'm good. Just had a big fight. Not really hungry. Gonna chill in my van for a while if you want to hang out, though. Otherwise, see you guys at the library. You have plenty of time before dinner at Reese's house. Let's go and check on Stella, just because Stella's, like, not okay. It doesn't take you long to make your way to Stella's house. You take a deep breath and yell at the top of your lungs, "Hey, Stella!" You shut his mouth by silence and then the slow, quiet shuffling of tired feet. An exhausted Stella groggily stares at you from her doorway. I mean, yeah, fair. Hey, sorry I'm a bit of a mess. I guess I slept in a lot. Give me a minute to finish getting dressed and I can make us some breakfast. Yeah, Stella is, Stella talks from the other room as she changes. What are you feeling for breakfast? Pancakes, eggs, biscuits? Eggs and biscuits, maybe just a classic scramble? Oh, God, that's right. Well, I'll wait until lunch. I do need to make some lunch. I also have toaster waffles, if that's more your speed. Offering biscuits after I've had one of Winnie's? Someone's got a secret family recipe, huh? Ha! Maybe. I never said they'd be as good as Winnie's, but I've certainly got a trick or two up my sleeve. Alright then, let's see what you got. Biscuits it is. Excellent. You won't be disappointed. We can even make them together. She's offering to cook with me? Aw, that's sweet. Oh my god, her outfit. Okay. Alright, let's get started. That's a cute jumpsuit. Haha, thanks, it's because we're going ghost hunting tonight. Oh my god, that's actually kind of cute, not gonna lie. This used to be my lucky getup from back when I did ghost hunting videos. Though I guess you might call it unlucky since I've never actually seen a ghost. But hey, after the past couple of nights, maybe we could use a bit of bad luck. The kind of bad luck where we don't find anything, of course. Don't want to jinx us. Should we start on food? Let's get started. Biscuits from scratch seem to intimidate a lot of people, but once you get it down, they're super quick and easy. Yeah, they're really not that hard to make. How about you mix the butter into the dry ingredients while I get everything else ready? She hands you a bowl. Gotta get in there with your hands. Just squish the butter into the flour until all the big chunks are gone. Wait, what? No, you want big chunks. Don't worry, this isn't my first biscuit rodeo. Excellent. Always good to have someone experienced helping out in the kitchen. Truth. With the two of us working together, maybe these will be as good as the diner's biscuits. I've never quite been able to compete with that level of perfection on my own. Squish that mix. Oh my god. You get to work and start kneading the mix. I'll get started on the gravy while you're at it. Anyway, seems like you got an earlier start than I did today. Anything interesting happen while I was asleep? Did Tabby give you a hard time? And have you heard anything from Oscar? You know, Tabitha's gonna be absolutely pissed at me for just up and leaving again. Tabitha was planning on babysitting me all day, but I managed to slip off while she was picking up tea. Aw, you could have brought her with you. Though, that's probably easier said than done. Especially after what happened last night. I bet she's got a lot on her plate. I ran into Duke and Bo at the general store this morning. Oh yeah? How are they doing? Have they run into any more ditchlings? Yeah, a few. Sounds like they've been fending them off so far. Things are getting worse, aren't they? I haven't talked to Oscar yet, but apparently they had to amputate Rosalina's foot. The color drains from Stella's face. Oh no. That is not matching the conversation we have. Oh my god, that face is not matching at all. Before perking up. Oh. Oh! I baked some cookies last night after we got home. I was a little restless. I'll bring them over today. I'm not sure what else I can even do. Though, cleansing his house of its spiritual resident will probably be helpful too. Hope you haven't forgotten about our ghost hunting plans this evening. How are you still so positive after everything that's happened? Because she's literally shoving it deep. Different people cope in different ways. No, you're literally bottling it up. I know there's nothing I can do about this situation, so I try not to think about it. You know, fuck. Stella, stop speaking to me on a spiritual level, for fuck's sake. If I did, I might sink into a pit of despair, and then I'd just be... Oh, God damn it, Stella! Okay, so this is literally my philosophy on, like, dealing with shit. Don't dwell on shit you can't change, because it won't help. It'll just make things worse. Not okay, Stella. But if I just tuck it all away, I can be there for fucking hell. Stella really needs to stop talking right now because I feel personally attacked. Don't keep the things you're scared of locked away in the attic of your mind. It can easily end worse than if you just dealt with them outright. It's like Mr. Rochester. Those things may one day break free and burn your whole house down. Stella pauses for a moment, contemplating what you just said. I feel like you're making a reference to something I haven't read. But I totally get what you're saying. I should keep them in a metaphorical shed out back instead. That way they can't burn down the house. Yes! Yes, Stella! God damn it! Why do you have to be so likable? And relatable? Which I guess is my body in this metaphorical scenario. Maybe I should build an actual tiny house and write down all of my bad feelings on little slips of paper and stuff them in there, never to see the light of day. That sounds like a pretty good therapy, honestly. Stella, you're amazing! I'm sorry I doubted you. But in the meantime, I can just choose to pour myself into distracting activities with the people I care about. Like making breakfast. Gotta make sure we're fueled up for our ghost hunt tonight. Hope you didn't forget about our evening plans. You've said it like 3 times now. Oh my god, Stella, Stella. Fuck, Stella. Okay. I'm just along for the ride. I feel that hopefully we're in for a chill evening. Ghosts are usually pretty harmless, I think. As long as you're not adventuring in an abandoned mine. I don't see how even a legit haunting could be anywhere near as bad as everything that happened to us yesterday. Or the day before. Stella. And barring the whole Tommy Knocker situation, if those things were ghosts, I've never actually encountered one. Odds are nothing serious happens, and we get a night of well-deserved rest and gentle spooks. You keep saying things are going to be chill, and then they're not very chill. Should I be nervous? You know, now that you mention it, I guess it's starting to become a pattern, isn't it? Well, even if it's not chill, it's gotta get done. Oscar and Rosalina need their house back. How's the squishing coming along? Eat some of the flour and butter, you. I think I'm done. How's this look? Stella reaches over and takes the bowl from you. Now she's using a whisk? Looks perfect. Now I'll just have to add the wet stuff and we're in business. If you want to go ahead and wash your hands, I can take care of the rolling and folding. Yeah, you're supposed to fold in, like, flakes of butter. You wash your hands as Stella adds her milk concoction to the flour mixture, stirring a few times before turning to the counter for the final steps. Our little babies are ready to go in the oven. And if you don't mind, I'm going to make an egg for myself while we wait. Actually, can I have an egg too? Of course, the more the merrier. Hope you like yours over easy. Stella cracks an egg into the fresh pan and gets back to work on the stove. Thanks for coming over, by the way. It's nice to have the company. Oh my god, I need 2 things really quick. I need caffeine to perk myself up. I don't know why I'm tired. No, I kind of do, but... I will be right back. I'm gonna make myself a glass of, caffeinated drink. I will be right back. Okay. I'm back. So, Do you think you'll always live here? Have you ever thought of moving away? That's hard to say. I inherited this house, you know? So I don't need to worry about where to live or how to survive. And I know everyone here. I don't really know folks out there. I mean, yeah, that's true. You and Kanika seem really close. Yeah, it's nice that she's back in town, but I wish it were under better circumstances. She's so busy with the store, too. I don't know how she does it. It's been nice hanging out with her more the past couple days. Then again, better circumstances would be nice. Do I ask her about her parents? Do I mention the fact that I've been told? Like, this is stuff she should be the one to tell me about. But I do want to talk to her about it. Especially in light of Gretchen. Kanika told me about what happened to your parents. Oh, yeah. Died in a car crash. They were taking me to college. Oh my god. I didn't wind up going. Not much more to be said. She said you were in the car. That must have been awful. Stella's shoulders drop. Yeah, it was. That's one of those things I've had to tuck away. Can we talk about something else? But Stella, we need to talk about this. Yeah, you're not ready. I mean, you probably will never be ready to talk about it, but... So, we're actually going to meet Reese today, right? Heck yeah, we are. If Dr. Kelly tries to turn us away again, we can just sneak in. Nothing will stand in the way of us and friendship. Are you sure he's real? At the very least, he was real for most of his childhood. And if he's a ghost now, that's even better. Oh my god, Stella! He can tell us what being a ghost is like. I really don't like his mom. She's definitely a little controlling. But I think she means well. No. She's definitely poisoning her son. Her whole life is taking care of him at this point, you know? What's he like? I'm not about to ruin a cool and mysterious introduction by telling you. I think you'll like him, though. Leave it at that. Tabitha. So, what exactly is your history with my cousin? It's complicated. Oh my god! Like, did they date? Oil! For cooking. Did you guys date? Like, can I just come out and say it? quietly wait for breakfast to finish. It isn't long before a timer goes off and Stella excitedly pops open the oven, pulling out a tray of delectable biscuits. Looks like we're all done. And with that, breakfast is served. Oh yeah, that's a fresh biscuit, all right. Oh my god, that looks good though. Still not as good as the Niners, but if I could capture that kind of perfection, there would be no mountains left for me to conquer. Better to have the thrill of a challenge. It's nice to take things a little easy after the past couple of days. As you and Stella start to dig in, you're interrupted by a phone alarm going off. Oh, shoot, I almost forgot. It's Mayor Jimmy Day? If they're even still doing it after last night. I wonder how far the news has spread. Either way, it's a good excuse to meet up with Oscar and see how Rosalina's doing. Oh good, we can warn him of the coming danger. Stella fell silent. Right, let's scarf this down and head on over. I'll make sure to bring some biscuits for the mayor. Shall we? Southern hospitality achievement unlocked. You and Stella make your way to the library. It's busier than usual. A small crowd has already formed in a corner of the main foyer. Now we're just waiting on Kanika. Thank God we have something to do this morning. My family's been driving me nuts. Yes, the whole gang's here. I've been waiting to introduce Dodger to the mayor for like the entire time I've known him. It'll be worth it. Trust us. All right, shall we? Yes, let's go meet the dog. Yep, he's the dog. You can tell this dog is the mayor from his little sash and his fancy top hat. There's a regal air about him, almost as if he knows the position of authority he's been elected to. You haven't met the serious man by his side, but you have to assume that he's the mayor's handler. The mayor, good morning, citizen. I don't believe we've met. He holds out his paw as if for you to shake his hand. It's lovely to meet you, Mr. Mayor. The burly security detail stops you. No paw shaking, only head pats and ear scritches allowed. I must apologize for my security detail. He has my best interests at heart, but he can be a little gruff at times. Mr. Mayor, there's something very serious going on in town. We need your help. Oh my God, why is everybody looking at me like this? Murmurs stir in the crowd behind you as you relay the danger to the mayor. Of course, the pet disappearances. I've been made aware of the situation. But what do you expect me to do about it? It's autumn. That's tourist season in Scarlet Hollow. You have tourists? I can't turn away the lifeblood of this town, not with the mine faltering the way it is. There was a mine collapse last night. We don't need any more news of disaster coming out of Scarlet Hollow. Do you understand? I fully understand, Mr. Mayor. But it's more serious than just pet disappearances. In fact, actually, those are the most serious. So you know there are monsters laying eggs in local animals and you're just going to let it happen? Laying eggs? Don't be ridiculous. I'm sure whatever is causing these disappearances, welcome back, is just a bear or a mountain lion. We've all smelled them up in those hills. They'll move on soon enough. This is a southern town. Plenty of people are armed around these parts. They'll take care of the problem before it gets out of hand. And in the meantime, it's best not to cause a panic. I'm a pillar of this community. It's my job to project strength to my constituents. Don't worry, it was nothing serious. It was just my heart. All right. You've had your turn with the mayor. Now move along. Yeah. Yeah, it's not like it was my sense of sarcasm. That would have been a freaking tragedy. By the way, I know you were up at the mine collapse last night. I may be off duty, but I'll be remiss if I didn't let you know that I've got my eyes on you. Yeah, my heart started missing beats. A lot of them. For hours and hours and hours. I'm sure it'll be fine. As I've been saying, the universe is too cruel to let me die. It is. It really is. Well, I mean, probably. I don't know. I left before they saw me because they were like, yeah. Like, that IV in my arm was part of the intake. They put an IV in me in case something happened. And then they set me in the waiting room for the next, like, 3.5 hours. And I just said, fuck it, I'm going home. So, yeah, I don't know what happened. I don't know if I'm fine or what. It doesn't really matter. Yeah. Yeah, it was. Mainly because it was like 9 o'clock at night. I would have gone somewhere other than the ER, but they weren't open. Remain silent. I don't talk to cops. Off duty or on duty. Dodger, Deputy Franklin is a cop, just in case you didn't know. I know, that's why I'm not saying anything. Stella and Kanika quickly shuffle out of the room ahead of you, leaving you to follow. I don't talk to cops. But yeah, I don't know what was going on. All I know is that I was feeling this weird fluttering in my chest. And then I started getting really lightheaded. And got a little bit of like vertigo. And that prompted me to take my pulse, or to check my pulse rather. And when I checked my pulse, I noticed that the flutters were accompanied by a missed beat of my heart. So what I was feeling wasn't necessarily something in my chest. It was something not in my chest. Or something not happening in my chest. It was a weird feeling. It really was. Before you can catch up to your companions, you're intercepted by a nervous man with a cross around his neck. Oh, it's, what's his face? The pastor, isn't it? Pastor Daniel, yes. Everyone's been buzzing about you. I'm so sorry about your aunt, but I'm sure she's in a better place now. Yes! The mayor is a huckster and a fraud. The bastard cares more about tourism than the fate of the town. The pastor goes quiet for a second, his face suddenly white as a sheet. The smile fades from his face as he stares at you intently, studying your expression. You too? Oh my god, he can speak to animals! He can speak to animals! The pastor can talk to animals! He glances to either side before continuing. I thought I was the only one. Please, come visit me at the church soon. Seems like we may have a lot to talk about. Yes! He hurries off, suddenly quiet and serious. Yes! Yes! Oh my god, I love it! This is beautiful! I love that. The pastor can talk to animals. Oh my god, it's beautiful. Nothing to do now but catch up with your companions. That was amazing. Yo, Oscar, the fuck? Like, dad bod, sure, but dude is ripped. I heard from Dodger what happened. Oscar, I'm so sorry. Poor Rosalina, I can't even imagine how scary this has been for her. She seems in high spirits now, but they've got her on some pretty strong pain medication. So I'm not sure how she's going to feel when that wears off. And it was the whole foot. Well, I mean, I would hope so. I hope it wouldn't be half the foot. Like, that'd be weird. Yeah, it's bad, but she's alive. We'll both be able to move on from this. We've just got to get through the tough parts first. Good attitude for it, at least. It should have been me. No, you don't have to beat yourself up over this. She's actually been talking about you all morning. She's really happy that you were able to help her and her little friends. She keeps saying how much she wants to bake you a cake. Of course, we'll need a real kitchen for that, not just a hot plate. I'm sorry to cut our conversation short, but I'd better get going. I was only supposed to come back to pick up a few things, but then the hospital called and said there'd been some big bus accident on the highway and they need the bed, so I have to come pick her up. Even though our house is still haunted and the only place she can lie down until then is the dirty back room that drove her away in the first place. And Mayor Jimmy Day is happening. Sorry. I'm just a little overwhelmed. It's okay, Oscar. We're here to help. Yeah, we're gonna get that ghost. We could always go ahead and do a ghost bust or whatever we're calling it while you're out, and she'd be able to go right back to her old room as soon as she got back. That's probably a good idea, right? If only, but it doesn't come out during the day. So any busting attempts are going to have to wait until nightfall. I'm still not even sure we can get rid of it at all. I think I'd have to see for myself that it was gone. It managed to trick me a couple times, and I can't handle any more surprises right now. Okay. I've got every ghost hunting device known to man. You're in good hands, Oscar. We have the magic. The power of friendship on our side. Heck yeah, we do. If anime has taught me anything, it's that the power of friendship is unstoppable. Damn right, especially if you're a pony. I mean, we could actually bring a pony. I'm sure I could convince a pony to come help out a little girl. Unless ponies are assholes. Do you think ponies are assholes? You know, ponies probably are assholes. I'll have to think about that. That's a lovely sentiment. Wait, are you a pony? I'm sure Rosalina will at least be glad to know you all did your best to help her. I'm heading out. It should be dark by the time we get back, so I suppose I'll see you then. Oscar hurries off, car keys jingling as he jogs out the door. Let's head up to Reese's. Maybe we can get him to come ghost hunting with us. Oh no. You're not gonna try to get Dr. Kelly to let him leave the house, are you? She'll kick us out for even asking. Yo, this doctor, his mom, 100% poisoning the kid. Like, I'm not wrong. No, I don't think. I know. From the conversations I've had with her, she is poisoning her child to keep him sick and dependent on her. Okay, fine. Adult. Whatever. Yeah. It doesn't matter. Point being, she is poisoning him to keep him reliant upon her. Absolutely. And in fact, actually, if I'm not mistaken, my guess is Munchausen syndrome for sure. She is keeping her adult son sick because he was talking about moving out and living his life without her. And she couldn't handle it because her little son grew up way too fast. She spent her entire life as a doctor, so she probably didn't spend a lot of time with him as a child. Feels like life is moving too quickly. She's not ready to let go. And therefore, she started poisoning him so that he would be sick all the time. And she would be able to swoop in and save him and keep him safe and protected in her home. By poisoning him. Yeah. Gosh, I don't know. Maybe we'll just play it by ear. Anyway, shall we go? So about the mayor. He's corrupt. That dog cares more about tourist money than protecting the town. Does Scarlet Hollow even get tourists? Kanika laughs. We get a few who all come to see the mayor. The plot thickens. So I finally met Pastor Daniel. It was only a matter of time until he tried to pull you aside about grief counseling. When my dad died, I had to ban him from the general store for a week. He wouldn't stop leaving those little pamphlets at the checkout. I don't know where he finds so many. I think he comes off as a little weird because he shares my gift. Your gift? The one where I can talk to animals. He corroborated some of the things the mayor told me. Wait, really? Whoa. Yes! Stella believes me now! Okay, assuming for a minute that both you and Pastor Daniel have the magical power of speaking to animals, I don't think that's enough to explain how weird the guy is. I mean, maybe, but like, it at least goes a little way to explaining it. Like, for instance, I like you, and I don't like the pastor. I wonder how many people out there share your gift. There's so many implications. Stella believes me! I'm going to continue to pretend that Dodger is just really good at reading animal body language. I don't think I can handle many more world-shattering revelations this week. Oh my god, there are ways that I could prove it. We're gonna ignore Tabitha. She's probably mad at me for sneaking away, so like there's no point in inviting her. Yes. Yes. Once again, you find yourself in front of the Kelly residence. A cold hesitation grips you as the building's history looms over you from the hilltop. A refurbished Civil War hospital and tuberculosis clinic would be a strange and difficult place to live in during the best of times. You can only imagine the challenges of living there with a severe chronic illness. Look, like, if we got him away from his mom and she stopped poisoning him, then he'd be fine. Though it's only early afternoon, it feels much later, the sun already sinking behind the tall mountains that surround Scarlet Hollow. We're a little early. What if Dr. Kelly yells at us? There's no such thing as early when you're hanging out with friends. That's just extra time you get to spend together. Oh, Stella. I actually like Stella now, by the way. Okay, but what if she yells at us? Oh yeah, 100% this guy's being poisoned. It's too late, the door swings open. Hey, Grace! Oh my god, dude, it's been ages! You must be Dodger, right? I've heard a lot about you. Stella's been relentless about making sure I got all of the Dodger updates. Are they here already? I knew you'd show up early, Stella. And I knew you'd probably want to help me cook, too. What can I say? I make an excellent sous chef. Oh, she's totally poisoning him. The house feels cold. Not only is there an odd chill in the air, but I want to help cook. But the building itself feels too sterile, uncomfortably tidy to the point where you're nervous to touch anything. If it weren't for the aroma of store-bought dinner rolls baking in the oven and the unsettling artwork hanging on the walls, you'd be half convinced you wandered into a real estate showing. So how can I lend a hand? By sitting down at the table and not puttering around my kitchen? I made sure everything was done well in advance, so the only thing left to do are the dinner rolls, which shouldn't be long. Yep, she's poisoning her child. That's why her obsession with the food being only handled by her. Then we can have a quick dinner and you can leave my house and go on about your business. But I was kind of hoping to see Reese's new art. We still have time now, right? You aren't seriously considering subjecting your friends to your disaster of a room, are you? It's not that bad. You can still see the floor. Dr. Kelly raises a single questioning eyebrow. I don't mind a little mess. Yeah, I doubt it could be any worse than the way I keep my room. Okay, fine. As long as you stay out of the kitchen, I don't care what you get up to. Yo, we are inspecting this kitchen. Like, if I get the opportunity to, cool, we'll just be downstairs. You won't even know we're here. You make your way towards the basement stairs. Whoa. The basement is what you might expect out of a tortured artist who spends all his time confined into his studio. Discarded canvases line its edges while trash and sketches leak out from their piles in the corners of the room, hiding the bare cement floor. Ghoulish faces coat the walls and paint, sneering out at their creator. Your mom is so scary. She can be a little intense, kind of overprotective, which I guess makes sense. Oh, no. It makes perfect sense considering the fact that I know exactly what she's doing. Anyway, make yourselves comfortable. You'll have to forgive the mess. I've been distracted lately. Haven't been cleaning much. What are you sick with? Sorry, Reese. Dodger's pretty direct. We don't have to talk about your illness. It's okay. I've come to terms with the way the rest of my life is going to be. You're so macabre, Reese. It makes you sound like you've been sentenced to death. Yeah, about that. You haven't, right? Not exactly. No one really knows what's wrong with me, but it's been getting worse. Yeah. I'm not surprised. I can barely keep most food down. My skin always itches like there are worms crawling underneath. Yeah, you're being poisoned. I could live for a long time or a short time, no one's sure. But I'm definitely not going to get better. Whatever time I have left is going to be miserable. Oh, fucking hell, Reese. I know the feeling. So I've done my morning. My best years are behind me. My future is unknowable. But one day, I'll wind up in a pine box just like everyone else, and I'm okay with that. Yo, my man. However, like, we could always just stop your mom from poisoning you, and you'd probably live a pretty normal life from here on out. Dang, Reese, I may be goth, but that's some real nihilistic shit. No, that's realist, not nihilist. Right? Am I a nihilist? I don't consider myself a nihilist. I consider myself a realist. Things are the way they are, and I'm not going to be the one that changes them. Is that nihilism? Thanks, guys, but you really shouldn't worry about me. I have my art. I'm doing fine. Really. Right? He doesn't mind talking about it. So what's your diagnosis? He's really persistent too. I'm afraid the answer isn't very illuminating because it's not any one particular thing. Well, no, because again, being poisoned would result in many different conflicting symptoms. It's just a whole mess of nasty little things that add up to one big diagnosis of bad genes. No. Guess I pulled the losing card in the DNA lottery. And hey, it isn't all bad. Some of it is just weird, like this. Okay, so loss of height, hyper. What was the third one? Hyper elastic skin. What was his other symptom. He said he couldn't keep food down and oh, skin. Oh, skin, yeah. Um possibly lead poisoning? I mean, it would be possible. Although it's something that they screen for, so I don't think that would be necessarily a Anyway. This is something. Hyperelasticity, kind of cool, right? Whoa. Does that not hurt? Nope, it feels fine. Like I said, it gets itchy under the skin sometimes, but I don't know if that's the elasticity, the medicine, or some other part of my condition. Oh my god. Your mom is scary. I feel like she used to be less scary, but maybe I was just oblivious as a teen. Speak for yourself. It's possible she's gotten a little bit of an edge lately. I think my condition has been stressing her out a lot. Well, I mean, you know, if she thinks she's about to get caught, like, look, his mom is poisoning him. Symptoms aside, The things that she's already said point to that. So, it used to be something she thought she could fix, but I think she's kind of accepted that it's just something we have to manage. But even if she is a little harsh, she means well. She's just looking out for me. Well, that's what she tells you. That's what she says. She's making sure that you know that. What medicines are you taking? She's kind of hot. Oh my god. She's controlling. Did you know she turned us away yesterday? She said we couldn't even talk to you. You came by yesterday? She didn't tell me, but I was probably asleep, that's all. She didn't want to wake me up. I don't think that's her being controlling or anything. No, it definitely is. Not to cast any doubt on that, but she did say I couldn't bring you any food. She knows that's how I show my friends how much I appreciate them, and she knows I can work around all kinds of allergies and intolerances. Not gonna lie, it felt weird. I don't know, my body is pretty particular when it comes to food. She just prefers to have full control over what I eat, so... Well, okay, maybe that does sound controlling. But it's for a good reason. If I eat the wrong thing, it could really mess me up, so she has to regulate my food. No, I'm not done with this. Game, I'm not done with this line of questioning. We planted the seed in his mind. Maybe we can get there by the end of the time we're visiting here. It's going to be a lot more difficult with his mom there, though. It might also spark a little bit of rebelliousness in him that will make him come with us. So let's go ahead and ask him to come out with us. Want to come ghost hunting with us tonight? Oh, wow. Do you really think you'd be down for that? We'd love to have you. Yeah, it'd be great to have you along. That would be so amazing. But I haven't had the best luck leaving the house lately. Even just walking to town is enough to put me in bed for a week. It sucks. Yeah. But make sure you bring your camera, Stella. I want to see everything that happens. Oh my god. Okay, so I'm gonna put myself in a position where I will maybe be able to come back over. If you need someone to pose for your paintings this week, that's so kind of you to offer. If you're okay with hanging out at weird hours, I'd love for you to come by and sit for me. It's been a long time since I was able to draw anyone but myself, and I'd really appreciate the company. Cool. So that seems to have worked out. You three go way back, almost to the womb. The school here is a tiny K through 12, not exactly a one-room schoolhouse, but not far from it. We're lucky we all got along as much as we did. Some kids weren't able to make any friends their own age. They just happened to be born around the same time as some real jerks, and we're stuck with them through their whole school career. Poor kids. Not that we were free from dealing with jerks. A certain Scarlet I could name. Kanika. Okay, she's a little rough around the edge. Hey, Danielle, that sounds familiar. But she was pretty friendly when you got past that. Maybe to you, the way she used to look at me, you'd think I'd rolled in something foul every morning before school. Same here, though to be fair, the feeling was more mutual between us. She deserved it, though. Lunch? Isn't it like... Isn't it like 9, 10:30? Breakfast ramen, yes. Okay, fair. I was gonna say, it's like not even lunchtime for me yet. I mean, it kind of is, but let's see. So Reese said that that Tabitha was rough around the edges, and it reminded me of what you said last time. Said that sounds familiar, doesn't it, Danielle? Real Goya Black Period vibes with a healthy dose of Beksinski. Thank you, I think. Yeah, that's a good thing. Then thank you, I really appreciate it. To be honest, I don't know much about art history. It's not exactly a popular subject in a tiny K-12 rural schools, so my arts education was lacking. I'm working in the dark as far as influence. Wow, actually, that's super impressive. This is his work without any external influences? Like, it's dark, sure, but that's actually super impressive. And you're doing great, man. You know, you could gain a real following if you ever posted these online, just saying. Nah, I think I'm okay to sticking to sparsely populated late night live streams. That's all the social media I can handle. I don't know how you do it, Stella, having to exist in front of all those people all the time. Yeah, I mean, well, knowing some version of you lives in their heads, knowing they expect something out of you that you might not be able to give you, or might not be able to give them. Yeah, you see the shit you guys put me through? Okay. But if the only time you ever put your art on display is a live stream during ghoul hours, when am I going to be able to see what you've been working on? I'll tell you what. When I die, I'll leave my paintings to you. Then you can see them all. And maybe they'll be worth millions, since I'll be dead. I'd be able to rest easy knowing someone had retroactively given my life value. God damn. God damn. Okay. So has Stella told you about everything that's happened the past couple of days? Oh, she's told me all about what you guys have found out there. I wish I could see some of it myself, but, you know. He gestures in futility towards the walls of the basement. Are you sure you can't just sneak out one of these nights? The doc isn't keeping me prisoner here, Stella. I'm sick. You know that. I'm sorry, man. I didn't mean to. There's nothing to apologize for, and I appreciate the effort. Really, I do. There's just nothing you can really rescue me from. That die's already been cast. But we were talking about the past couple of days, weren't we? You have any thoughts on the ditchlings we've been seeing? Yeah, they've been coming up to my window at night. Yo, wait, what? Wait, really? Is that why you texted me that they looked like something out of your nightmares? Yeah, I thought I was hallucinating. I hadn't put it together that we might have been seeing the same thing until just now. I've been sketching them, actually. Yeah, I noticed there's some stuff down here. Tell me what you think. He pulls out a sketchbook from one of the piles in his room. Okay, that's exactly what I saw on my way home last night. What does it mean that they've been lurking around here, though? I don't know, but I like the company. They're kind of beautiful in a sad way, if you ask me. Agree to disagree with you there. Those things are going to be stuck in my nightmares until the day I die. Bro's like, same. The fuck? What do you think's going on with Wayne? Who? You know, the guy that's been following Dodger around being all ominous? Oh yeah, that slasher creep. I appreciate the classic Jason vibe he has going on. Here's hoping he doesn't live up to the look for all our sakes. He's dead though. Well, I mean, so is Jason. Wait, was Jason dead? I think, was it him? I know Freddy Krueger was dead. I feel like Jason drowned at camp. I don't know. It's been a while since I watched the Jason franchise. Crystal Lake, yeah. Decide to leave it at that. All right, yeah, dinner. Yeah, sure, we'll do it the movie. I mean, I might as well do the last one. Got any recommendations? Let me think. Have you heard of Shino-Chi Death Blood? Sounds like an anime. Oh God, maybe? Maybe. I would consider it. I saw that for the first time recently and it blew me away. Excellent example of both Japanese horror and found footage done right. Maybe we could do a movie night later this week. We haven't done one of those in a while. I mean, yes and no. Yes and no. Maybe we can do something. We'll see. Is your mom going to let us? I don't see why she wouldn't. It's just a movie. Oh my God, yes. We haven't seen a movie. We haven't had a movie night in years. Reese's mom shouts from the kitchen. Dinner's on the table. I guess that's it for catching up. Make sure you all wash your hands with soap. Don't want anyone sharing their germs at the dinner table. Sure thing, Doc. I'm allergic to soap and can't wash my hands. Oh, I'm just gonna go wash my hands. Are you saying anything here? It's probably just, I love it. Okay, you make your way towards the sink, but are stopped in your tracks by the pull of an odd door at the end of the hallway. Feels out of place, like you accidentally wandered into a hospital waiting room. But more than that, you feel something radiating out from behind it, something dark and cold, something that reminds you of the dry, dusty tunnels you narrowly escaped last night. An oppressive hum just beyond your hearing fills the air. You feel strange. You're compelled to approach the door, drawn in as if hypnotized. Open the door, 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 open the door. I guess we open the door before you know it. The door is turning. The doorknob is turning in your hand. Your heart full of both deep dread and compulsive need to know what might be on the other side. What do you think you're doing? Did she just smack me? She just smacked me. I need to see what's behind this door. No, you don't. You need to wash your hands, eat dinner, and then get out of my house. Poisoner! Poisoner, I accuse you! You won't let her interrupt you. You need to know what's behind that door. Oh, no, you don't. Come on, wash your hands and sit down. She grabs you by the shoulder, yanking you away. Did you hear that smack? She smacked me. You do as she says, cleaning up under her watchful eyes and allowing yourself to be ushered back to the table and away from the door. Dinner is already laid out. Dinner rolls, spaghetti, and a light salad. Kanika anxiously picks at her food. Stella is nervously talkative, and Reese is suddenly quiet and tense, his shoulders tight as his mother perches on the chair next to his. Dr. Kelly eyes all of you with a sharp, fierce gaze. She sits opposite you at the far head of the table, her features silhouetted against the light of the setting sun in the window behind her. Booksmart, she's the town doctor. This dinner might be a good opportunity to question her about recent events. Pills. She slides a few tablets toward Reese. He obediently swallows them. This is excellent, Dr. Kelly. Is the pasta sauce homemade? No, it's from a jar. I work too many... Wait, so she... Hold on. So she is fiercely protective about what goes into the food, but buys jarred cans of tomato sauce for the food that she... Oh, he only has plain noodles. Yeah, no, she's poisoning him. Well, you have excellent taste in brands, and if you ever want any tips on easy homemade, home-cooked pasta sauces, you know No thanks, Stella. I have the internet if I need recipes. Thanks again for having us, Dr. Kelly. We really appreciate it. You didn't tell me they came by yesterday. Ah, we planted the seed! You were asleep. I didn't want them to wake you up. But you could have told me. Why? They were coming over today anyway. I would just rather know these things. Noted. Have you ever heard of factitious disease? Factitious? Of course I have. I went to medical school. What's factitious disorder? Silence follows over the dinner table. It's where someone pretends to be sick or makes themselves sick on purpose or does it to someone else. Oh. Yes! I accuse you! Poisoner! Great dinner rolls, Dr. Kelly. I didn't make them. I just put them in the oven. The silence returns. Seconds feel drawn out like minutes. Aside from Reese's mom staring down the table, nobody is making eye contact with anyone else. I accuse you! About Reese? Reese is a talented artist. You must be very proud of him. He has a lot of skill, honed through practice and dedication. Can't say I understand a lot of its pieces, but of course I'm proud. Thanks, Doc. What exactly does he have? I'm not poisoning my son. You can stop with the thinly veiled accusations. I will go full-blown accusation. He has a combination of genetic diseases that give him a fragile immune system along with other things. Or among with other things. It's too much to get into, a lot of technical terms that I'd have to explain. I don't know. I'm quite a smart person. Try me. It's not good dinner talk, and it can't be pleasant for him to have to hear it again, so let's drop it. I'm fine talking about it. I'd rather we talk about something else. She is poisoning her son. The tension at the dinner table reaches a breaking point. I am not letting this go. All right, that's enough. Dr. Kelly is interrupted by Reese before she can finish her thought. So we're talking about maybe watching a movie sometime this week while Dodger is still in town. We'll have to see how you're feeling. I can handle a movie, Doc. Yeah, we'll just sit down downstairs in the dark. Reese is used to that. I'm sure he'll be okay. You're always overestimating how much you're able to do, Reese. This is why you keep getting sick. If I get sick, so what? It's not like that's ever going to change. I'm sick every day, and I'm not getting better. I don't want to spend the last few miserable years of my life holed up in the basement alone just because seeing my friends has been deemed too strenuous. I'm an adult, for God's sake. I can't believe I have to ask for permission from my mom to have friends over. Yeah, I mean, don't say things like that. I'm doing everything I can to try and fix. Silence as Dr. Kelly's eyes shoot open. Reese? Reese abruptly pulls himself from the dinner table and leaves. Damn it, I knew it. I knew this would be too much. You're the reason. Everyone, get out of my house. Please, just leave us alone. Stop trying to interfere with his life. All it does is hurt him more. But we can't just leave him like this. Now is when he needs friends the most. No, now is when he needs me the most. I am his doctor and his mother. So you're admitting to malpractice? A doctor cannot treat relatives. It's considered a conflict of interest, and it is dangerous. They can give advice and refer them to someone, but they are not legally allowed to treat someone. No, this woman here is poisoning her son. Notice how the biggest emphasis is that he needs her the most, that she is the only one that is important enough to matter about whether or not she's poisoning her son. I know you care about him. I know that, and he knows it too. But all any of you would do is get in the way. So just leave, please. Don't think I don't know something is up here. I don't care what you think. I just want you out so I can take care of my son. We'll be back, Reese. I hope you feel better soon. We'll come back with the cops. Dr. Kelly shuts the door in your faces. The click of the lock signals the end of your dinner at Reese's. Do you really think Reese's mom is poisoning him? If she is, I swear to God. She wouldn't. That's just so horrible. Who could do something like that to their own kid and for so long? No, there's no way. Y'all are barking up the wrong tree. It seems far-fetched and it's definitely rare, but I don't think we can rule it out. No, we definitely can't rule it out. This is exactly what's going on. She is poisoning him, 100%. Something weird happened when I went to wash my hands. It was like I was forced to try and break into the clinic. Forced how? It's like something was making me go there. I wonder, was it like that carving in the pit last night before you had that seizure? It was kind of like you were hypnotized. I didn't really have a good angle from the top of that ladder, but I guess I'll take your word on it. Hypnotism seems like a step up from what we've been dealing with, though. I mean, I don't know. A lot happened last night, but the whole thing was very trance-like. I guess it was kind of similar. What if there's another carving in there? That'd be so weird. If there is, I wonder if it'd give you another vision. Maybe these things have something to do with the ditchlings. You're not suggesting we go poking around in there, are you? Of course I am. Maybe tomorrow. I am not breaking into Dr. Kelly's clinic based on a bad vibe Dodger got. Dr. Kelly is hiding something. You're right. This is fishy. I feel like maybe my fear of that woman is more justified than I thought. She's just overprotective. I'm sure that's all that's going on. And she has every right to be. I mean, the poor guy took 2 bites of food and got sick immediately. No! He took pills that his mother gave him and got sick immediately. Pills his mother fed him while we were there. Very likely in an attempt to get us to leave. I can't imagine what that's like for both of them to go through. Look, I'm just saying maybe there's more to their dynamic than him just being sick. But it's not like there's much we can do about it right now. We could probably go back and forth on this for a while. Let's just get going. The sun is setting, and we wouldn't want to miss a second of ghost action. Stella hurries off down the hill, almost as if to run away from what just happened. You and Kanika follow her down the slowly darkening street. Lit by the orange hues of the setting sun, the library feels different. What was once a quaint building in a small town now stands as an imposing structure, its walls holding something that stares back at you with menace. Maybe Stella is right. Maybe ghosts aren't real. And the rest of tonight is going to be a pleasant break from the events of the past few days. Booksmart, whose thoughts jump to the ghost books you've read over the years. So often, the ghosts and stories... Not only am I at this part now, but we will be stopping soon. So to whoever just joined, I apologize. You came at the tail end of this. We will continue it, and the rest of the series is available on my YouTube channel, same name. And it's toward the end. So what you're saying is if I stop now, then the... So if I stop now, maybe I'll run over into my normal time for a little while and finish out this chapter. However, I am going to take a quick break here for a moment. And then once this is done, we're going to be going into Mafia. But yeah, I will be right back. Give me a moment.